dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And that dragon, in this sense, mainly represents the Roman Empire. And when you read throughout Revelation, it does switches, all right, to NATO and the EU, but the EU wasn't back there then. Yeah. But the form of it was, but this is mainly talking about the Roman Empire, all right? Because who was it? It was Herod. He like, man, hey, where that child at? I want to bring him some gifts. But he wanted to knock him off, And they did exactly what Egypt did.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
They went and killed all the young boys, you know what I'm saying?
And ironically, Yahushua had to flee into Egypt, to escape it.
Exactly. So he was white. He was olive. He was olive.
Well, they believe the Egyptians is white too.
Y'all still visual. It says, the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as he was born. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Right, exactly. That's the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, Yahushua. That's the man-child who was to be born. That's who, like the brother was saying, if you could take down a whole nation or take down these people, keep them down by taking out one person, when you take out that person, that's what their goal was. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he is all we have. He's what we have to look for. Okay? You can want to, like the brother said, have a black hole or do whatever it is you want to do to get us together, but at the end of the day, till the Lord come back and get us, man, there's not going to be no peace. Okay? We always going to be warring with ourselves and the other nations until the Lord comes back and delivers us out of here, man. Which is why we got to have our ducks in a row. Which is why we got to be on our toes, so to speak. All right, praying daily, praying without ceasing. Okay, asking for the things in the spirit that we need. You got something? That's what his name literally means. Yahushua, he is salvation.
It says, to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto the Most High and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where now, knowing this, what does that woman represent? What do you think the woman represents? Out of this woman came the Lord, which was from the tribe of Judah. All right. Out of this woman, they was the other tribe. So what do you think this woman represents?
Israel?
Yeah, Israel. Because it says right here, it says, and the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared of the Most High, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
Now that wilderness, like the brother was going into, is talking about Africa. When the Romans were coming down on us, they had to flee. Okay? In 70 AD, they had to flee into the western parts of Africa. That's where they stayed until when? Until it was time for them to come to America. That's that place prepared. All right? That's when ultimately our chickens came to roost, or however the statement goes. That's when we had to pay for our sins. That's when we were taken into slavery and brought here on the cargo slave ships. Okay?
That eagle wants to go into that land, man.
That's when we had to endure all these atrocities. Okay? We had to worry about we were thrown overboard as shark food. Not as shark food, but if you didn't have enough food or water to feed all the slaves, or there was a sickness or whatever situation came upon it, slaves were thrown overboard. And sharks to this day still swim those routes because of the blood and the food that was in them. Okay, it was just that instinct is now bred in them to take that route. That's how deep it was. That's how deep it got. I think he said
That's how much blood was shed.
exactly. You can look it up, but I believe maybe only 1 out of 10 slaves made it or something like that.
I think that's about right. Like they rounded up so many, but only this like 100 million.
It was 100 million.
Yeah, I don't know what it was out of.
But when you break that down,
Yeah, black conscious niggas. But yet, black conscious niggas will take that statistic and turn it to emotional rant. You know? But then turn around and want to be with Esau according to the system. You know? Well, yeah, they did 1 out of 10 slaves. We should build a gun factory. You know? 5 guys.
yeah,
Not 5. Build a fucking business because another motherfuckers can't. Yeah, that's stupid. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna go build a Trojan horse in your tent. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fighting, I'm gonna let you build that. Stupid? Fucking it up every chance I get. I got the rule. And that's what happened with Black Wall Street. That was a chance for them. But here it is. Jake had it to where they could have been quote unquote prosperous, but they bombed Black Wall Street, man. They like, nah, y'all gonna be under us. Y'all gonna have to come to us. Y'all not gonna build your own society within our society, because then what? Like we always say, if Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans packed up and left America, this place wouldn't run, man. This place it will fall, it will crumble, man. And that's
Niggas
why
don't want to become sovereign. They don't want their own. They want Esau pay us back. You owe us, white man. All the things that you done to us. What the scriptures say? Show mercy to the wicked, yet will they not learn righteousness, man. You know? Esau ain't gonna sit there and say, you know what? You niggas got it. We did y'all dirty. Not only they're not doing that, they got a statement called reverse racism at this point. You know? You're being racist. You can't call me racist. Not logically. And you're the most logical, intellectually advanced race, so-called race upon planet Earth. Why would you do that if you can do this? Ass niggas, man. You know? But then when you tell them, look, man, you know, fuck you crack, you're being racist. Like, what do you expect? Cause and effect, nigga. Yeah. Who taught me that?
yeah.
you can be my ass for 400 years, but I can't hate you for it.
Oh, you don't expect nothing to happen? Like, if water drops on the hardwood floor for 400 years, you expect it to fucking rot? Like, you're being destructive. You know? At the heart, you're gonna tell the hardwood, you're being destructive when the water was dripping on the floor the whole time. We're just a product of your environment, man. They want to turn around and tell us we need to check ourselves. That's true. But you created the environment. When you gonna check yourself? Yeah? When we tell you about yourself, you tell us we need to check ourselves. Then when we fuck up, you tell us we need to check ourselves. Or in judgment, man.
It says, verse 7, Revelations 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
All right, no, like I said, the scriptures that were written before were meant for our learning, whether in the past, the present, and the future. It just jumped from the past into our future, because that's what's going to happen. The angels, the so-called UFOs, okay, which are the chariots of the Most High, they're going to manifest. They're going to show themselves. And not only the American army, but everybody else's army is going to go to war with them. a la Independence Day. That's why they showed you that on Independence Day, to sway your mind pre-adventure, beforehand. So that when you see them, you get that thought in your mind, and then you want to war against them. But you had this knowledge out here to know that those aren't, what do they call them, the grays, with the big head and the big round eyes. There's no such thing as gray, okay? Those are the angels of the Most High, the messengers, coming to and fro, all right? And ultimately, they're here to take down this place, America, and the rest of the world, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. It sounds good to hear that Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, take down the so-called white man. But one thing that Negroes, Latino, Native Americans are missing is that it's a certain requirement, a certain precaution, a certain way of life that they gotta take in order to take the kingdom back. That's faith and righteousness, man, or faith and works. Dude, fuck you.
Oh, yeah, bitch. He ain't even fully bald. He got that clown cut.
You bought enough.
Bald head, bitch. Yeet, yeet.
He just didn't want to admit it. That's why he got that little ponytail in the back, because he bald up front.
But Jake don't want to admit what you gotta do in order to get salvation. You niggas who out here want to do what you want to do, you want to eat what you want to eat, live how you want to live, and expect that the Lord to come back and get everything straight. It don't work like that. It just can't. It don't make any sense for you to be a product of accelerate Esau's ways, and that will cause the Lord to come back to give you salvation. Esau has his ways, and then there's men that are fed up with it, that turn and resort to righteousness, and that's who the Lord will come for. They say he got a great cluster that was grafted, that was separated from the other cluster, man. Not the ones that go along with the whole earth. All right? The grounds are doing this and the land is doing that, so I'm just gonna grow with the land. That's not what the Lord prophesied to happen, man. He prophesied division. He prophesied separation. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are being going along with life and think they're a man of the Lord, man. When they're not. They don't uphold nothing that's godly or anything, man. Toward any standard.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
That's right. So like I said before, you've seen these things happen in Independence Day. They fought the so-called aliens, and at the end of the day, they triumphed. But you also have, on the Discovery Channel, they did a real-life scenario that if so-called beings from another